Robert Brooks was an upstate New York man, a prison inmate who died a despicable death for reasons only his killers can know. Those killers were guards at Brooks Prison, whose vicious and seemingly unprovoked attack was captured start to finish on their body cams. Tonight, 10 former New York corrections officers, they have all been fired, are under indictment. 6 for second-degree murder. We're going to focus on the legal business later, but right now I want to talk to Robert Ricks, who is the father of Robert Brooks. Mr. Ricks, thank you so much for being here, and I am so sorry that you are going through what you're going through. I can't even imagine what it's like to be in your shoes. Have you been able to watch that video?
Good evening, everyone. I want to thank you for the platform, the opportunity to speak on my son's death. I did. I watched some of it after the officer stomped on his groins and picked him up by his neck. I was done. I couldn't watch anymore.
You know, the DA said that he has investigated. They've tried to find any provocation, any reason, anything that would give context. If anyone's watching and thinks, well, we've only seen 3 minutes, what happened before? The DA has said they can't find anything. They can't find any reason that guards would be this violent, especially in an infirmary. Has anyone reached out to you? Has anyone in the system said anything to you about this?
No, I haven't. I received information the same way you guys receive information for the most part. And no one has reached out to me and told me anything specific that happened while he was incarcerated. Not pertaining to that incident. However, I have had people contact me and tell me that he was a good guy, that he would cook for the whole dorm, and that he was laid back, and I know that's who he was. So I don't think that there was anything there is nothing that would justify it at any rate. However, I don't think that he did anything to provoke this. I think that this is just what they do when they choose to do it, to whom they choose to do it to. That's what I've concluded.
There have been allegations. Yeah, there have been allegations in the past with surveys that have been conducted that the majority of inmates at that Marcy institution said that they've either witnessed or been a part of or victim to that kind of abusive behavior. I don't know what it would have been like for you when you were in court. I think it was last week. You came face to face with the accused guards. Can you tell me what happened, what it was like, whether anyone even acknowledged you?
Well, there was a lot of cameras, and after the court let out, there was a couple of television stations there that interviewed us. But what it was like watching a finely oiled machine. Nothing that I have ever witnessed while I was sitting in court with a family member or a friend. Nothing like I've ever witnessed. It was like they was marched in with handcuffs on. They had a conversation with the judge, with the DA. Then they had a conversation. The judge had a conversation with the bail bondsman. The bail bondsman gave paperwork to the judge. The judge signed it, and I'm sure that they were marched out through the side door. The handcuffs was taken off of them, and they were allowed to go home. I've never witnessed anything like that. I don't know if that's, the process in Utica, but in Rochester, that's not the process.
And at least 6 of them were released on bond. Clearly, there will be more hearings about this, and my assumption is you will continue to face them in court. Robert Ricks, I'm just so incredibly sorry that this has happened to you. And I know that you addressed the State Assembly, the New York State Assembly 2 weeks ago, to tell them this cannot happen again. My final question to you, do you think change will come?
I don't think change will come soon, and I don't think change will be easy. What I think it's going to take is all of us good people coming together collectively and deciding that change needs to happen. I won't be able to do it by myself.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.